Focus as a superpower. If there's one thing I've learned throughout my journey, it's that focus is a superpower. In a world where distractions are everywhere, social media, constant notifications, external pressures, those who can concentrate on a specific goal have a massive advantage. When I started Alibaba, we had no money, no technology, and no grand plan. But we had something that most people ignore: an unshakable focus. Many people want success, but few are willing to eliminate what prevents them from getting there. Focus isn't just about working hard. It's about working with purpose. I've seen so many people running in every direction, trying to do everything at once, and in the end, they achieve nothing meaningful. Have you ever tried walking in a straight line while constantly looking around? It's impossible. The same goes for your mind. If you don't direct it toward a single path, you'll never reach your destination. Focus brings clarity. Clarity brings power. People often ask me, "Jack, what's the secret to achieving big goals?" And my answer is simple: stop wasting energy on things that don't matter. In the beginning, Alibaba was just an idea, and no one believed that a Chinese company could compete with global giants. But we refused to shift our attention from our purpose. Every day, we kept our eyes on our mission. If you want to build something great, ask yourself, am I putting my energy into the right things? People think they need more time, but we all have the same 24 hours. The difference between those who succeed and those who fall behind is how that time is used. Distractions and poor decisions can drain years of your life without you even realizing it. And when you finally wake up, you see that you've wasted it all on irrelevant things. That's why my philosophy has always been simple. If it doesn't take me toward my goal, it's not worth my attention. If you constantly feel busy but aren't making progress, the problem might not be a lack of effort, but a lack of direction. Focus turns work into progress. Without it, all your effort is scattered. So let me ask you, if not now, when? If not you, who? What is true focus? Many people think focus is just about avoiding distractions, but that's a mistake. True focus is about having clarity on what truly matters and dedicating your energy exclusively to it. When I started my journey, I learned the hard way that trying to do too many things at once is the fastest way to failure. Companies fail because they lose direction, and people don't achieve their dreams because they shift their attention to irrelevant things. If you want to achieve something great, you need to learn to direct your energy like a laser. Imagine an archer trying to hit a target while constantly looking around. He will never be precise. The same happens in life. If your attention is divided, your results will be weak. When I launched Alibaba, we didn't have the best resources, but we had a clear goal: to build a digital ecosystem for small businesses. We never looked at competitors, never tried to imitate others. We kept our eyes fixed on what we wanted to create. And that's exactly what you need to do. Stop watching others and focus on your own journey. The modern world's biggest trap is an excess of stimuli. We are always surrounded by new ideas, new opportunities, new distractions. But the truth is, too many opportunities can be poisonous. If you try to follow them all at once, you will never master any. The secret to success isn't doing more. It's doing less, but better. Choose your battles and eliminate everything that doesn't add value to your goal. Many people ask, but what if I focus on the wrong thing? And I tell them, mistakes are part of the process. The real mistake is never committing to anything. If you dedicate yourself to something and later realize it wasn't the best path, at least you learned. But those who never focus on anything never build anything. As an old Chinese saying goes, if you chase two rabbits, you catch none. Focus isn't just a choice, it's a daily commitment. Are you willing to ignore the noise, stop comparing yourself, and direct your energy to what truly matters? If yes, then you are on the right path. If not, maybe it's time to ask yourself, if not now, when? Yimai. Avoid the trap of comparison. One of the biggest traps that can destroy your confidence and progress is comparing yourself to others. I know because I've fallen into it before. When I started, I looked at American companies and thought, how can we compete with them? But I quickly realized that the only battle that truly matters is against ourselves. Constant comparison is like running a marathon while looking to the sides. You stumble, get distracted, and lose your own speed. The truth is, your journey is unique. You have a set of skills, experiences, and challenges that no one else has. So why waste energy watching what others are doing? Success comes when you focus on being better than you were yesterday, not on being better than someone else. When Alibaba was in its early days, many told me we should copy eBay or Amazon, but I always responded, no, we need to be the best version of ourselves. Comparison creates a destructive cycle. If you feel superior to others, you become complacent. If you feel inferior, you give up. Neither of these options leads to growth. The only way to win is to change your mindset. Instead of asking, why am I not as good as that person? Ask yourself, how can I improve just a little more today? Small daily improvements are more powerful than any race for instant success. Another problem with comparison is that it's rarely fair. You only see what others choose to show, their victories, their shining moments. But you don't see the challenges, the mistakes, and the struggles they faced. I failed countless times before achieving success. I was rejected from dozens of jobs. If I'd given up by comparing myself to people who were already at the top, Alibaba would never have existed. So stop measuring yourself by other people's standards. Your real competitor isn't that successful friend or that famous entrepreneur. Your only competitor is yourself, a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now. If you keep growing and learning, success will be nothing more than a natural consequence. And the power of visualization. If you want to achieve something big, you must first see it clearly in your mind. Every great achievement starts as a vision, an image so strong that it pushes you forward, even when obstacles appear. When I started Alibaba, I visualized a future where small businesses in China could sell to the world. At that time, it seemed impossible, but I knew that if I could see it, I could make it real. Your mind is the blueprint for your success. Visualization is not just daydreaming, it's programming your brain for success. Top athletes, CEOs, and world-class performers all use this technique. They don't just hope for a good outcome, they mentally rehearse every step before it happens. If you wake up every day picturing yourself succeeding, your brain starts to believe it's possible. And when your mind believes, your actions follow. Most people only see obstacles. They focus on what's missing, what could go wrong. But if you train yourself to see the result you want, you'll start finding solutions instead of excuses. When I told people that Alibaba would connect millions of small businesses to global markets, they laughed. But in my mind, I had already seen it happen. I wasn't hoping, I was preparing. The biggest mistake you can make is letting doubt blur your vision. Your dream must be so clear that nothing can shake it. Close your eyes and see yourself where you want to be. Feel it, believe it, act as if you're already there. Success begins with certainty in your mind. If you can hold that vision long enough, you'll find a way to make it real. So, what do you see when you close your eyes? Is it fear or is it your future? If you want to achieve something, see it first, then make it happen. Distractions and their hidden costs? Distractions don't just steal your time, they steal your future. Every time you check your phone instead of focusing, every time you say just 5 more minutes, scrolling through social media, you are delaying your dreams. Most people don't realize the real cost of these small distractions. It's not just about minutes lost, it's about the energy and momentum you sacrifice. When I was building Alibaba, I had one simple rule: eliminate everything that didn't contribute to my goal. I saw too many talented people getting stuck because they wasted energy on things that didn't matter. A 5-minute distraction can take 30 minutes to recover from. And if you let it happen every day, that's hours, weeks, even years lost. Think of your brain like a computer. The more open tabs you have, the slower it runs. The world today is designed to keep you distracted. Notifications, endless content, constant interruptions, they keep your mind scattered, preventing you from reaching deep focus. But the most successful people, they take control of their attention instead of letting the world control it. Every time you get distracted, ask yourself, is this moving me closer to my goals or further away? If it's not helping you, it's hurting you. Learning to block out distractions isn't just about productivity, it's about taking back ownership of your future. So, will you let distractions dictate your life or will you take charge? Because while you're busy looking at the screen, someone else is staying focused and moving ahead. The impact of well-defined goals. Without clear goals, focus is useless. It's like having a car but not knowing where you're going. You can drive fast, but if you don't have a destination, you'll just keep going in circles. When I started Alibaba, my goal wasn't just to succeed. It was clear and specific: to build the world's largest platform for small businesses. That clarity gave us direction and momentum. Many people say, I want to be successful. But what does that even mean? Success isn't a vague dream. It's a series of specific, measurable steps. Instead of saying, I want to be rich, ask yourself, how much do I need to earn? By when? Through what actions? If you can't answer these questions, you don't have a goal, you have a wish. Well-defined goals act like a GPS for your life. They tell you exactly where to go and what actions to take. If you know your destination, every decision becomes easier. You stop wasting time on things that don't matter because you have a clear purpose guiding you. But here's the key. Your goals must excite you. If they don't make you jump out of bed in the morning, they're not big enough. Dream big, but also be specific. If your goal is unclear, your actions will be unclear. Precision leads to progress. So, are your goals clear? Or are you still driving without a map? Because in the end, the people who know exactly where they're going are the ones who get there. The science of deep focus. There's a state where you're at your absolute best, where time disappears, distractions fade, and work feels effortless. It's called deep focus, and mastering it can change your life. Every great innovation, every breakthrough comes from people who learn to tap into this state of pure concentration. Deep focus isn't just about discipline. It's about training your brain to enter flow state faster and stay there longer. When I was building Alibaba, I had days where I felt unstoppable. I wasn't just working. I was so immersed that hours passed like minutes. That's the power of deep focus. And if you learn to access it, you'll be more productive in a few hours than most people are in days. But here's the challenge. Deep focus requires deep effort. You can't just sit down and expect magic to happen. You need to create the right environment, eliminate distractions, set clear goals, and fully commit to the task at hand. Most people never reach deep focus because they allow interruptions to pull them out before they even start. Think of your mind like a muscle. If you train it to concentrate deeply, it gets stronger. But if you constantly let it wander, it weakens. That's why successful people protect their focus fiercely, because they know it's their greatest advantage. So if you want to work at your highest level, stop multitasking, stop letting distractions dictate your day, and start training yourself for deep focus. Because the longer you stay in that state, the faster you'll reach your goals. The art of saying no. Saying no is not just a decision, it's an act of self-preservation. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you are saying no to what truly matters. When I started Alibaba, I was constantly approached with new ideas, partnerships, and opportunities, but I knew that if I tried to do everything, I would achieve nothing. The most successful people aren't those who do the most. They're the ones who focus on what matters most. People often struggle to say no because they don't want to disappoint others. But here's the truth. If you try to please everyone, you will end up pleasing no one, including yourself. Your time and energy are limited, and every unnecessary commitment takes away from your real priorities. If you're always busy but not making progress, it's time to ask yourself, are you focused or are you just occupied? Warren Buffett once said, the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Opportunities are endless, but your time is not. If something doesn't serve your vision, have the courage to turn it down. Saying no to distractions is saying yes to your future. Think of your life as a garden. Every commitment, every project, every distraction is a seed. If you plant too many, your garden becomes overcrowded and nothing grows properly. The secret is to remove the weeds and only nurture what truly matters. Learning to say no is not about rejecting everything, it's about making space for the things that will truly move you forward. So, the next time someone asks for your time, energy, or attention, pause and ask yourself, is this taking me closer to my goals? If not, be brave enough to say no. Your future depends on it. How to overcome mental barriers, fear, self-doubt, perfectionism. These are not just emotions, they are traps that stop you from reaching your full potential. When I was younger, I faced rejection everywhere. I failed university entrance exams multiple times. I was rejected from dozens of jobs, including KFC. If I had let those failures define me, Alibaba would never have existed. One of the biggest barriers to success is believing you're not good enough. But let me tell you something, nobody starts as an expert. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Successful people keep going despite their doubts. They don't let fear stop them. They use it as fuel. Another dangerous barrier is waiting for the perfect moment. Many people say, "I'll start when I have more experience, more money, more confidence." But that moment never comes. The truth is, you don't need to be ready. You just need to start. Action builds confidence. If you wait until you feel ready, you will wait forever. The last mental barrier is perfectionism. Too many people delay their dreams because they want everything to be perfect. But perfection is an illusion. It's better to start small and improve along the way than to never start at all. Every mistake is a lesson, and every failure is a step closer to success. So what's holding you back? Is it fear, doubt, or waiting for the right time? The only way to break through mental barriers is to take action. Start now, fail fast, learn quickly, because the longer you wait, the further you stay from your dreams. Managing your focus environment. Your environment is either helping you or hurting you. If you surround yourself with distractions, you will struggle to focus. If you design your space for deep work, you will accomplish more in a few hours than most people do in a day. When I was building Alibaba, I created an environment where my team could concentrate, collaborate, and think big. Great results start with the right conditions. Look around. How many distractions are in your space right now? Is your phone constantly buzzing? Is your desk cluttered? Your brain mirrors your surroundings. A messy environment leads to a messy mind. The first step to improving focus is decluttering your space and eliminating unnecessary interruptions. Technology is a double-edged sword. It can boost productivity, but it can also destroy it. Notifications are designed to steal your attention. If you don't control them, they will control you. Set clear boundaries. Turn off unnecessary alerts. Schedule deep work sessions, and create a workspace that signals your brain that it's time to focus. People also affect your focus. If you are surrounded by negativity, doubt, or constant interruptions, it will drain your energy. Choose your company wisely. Surround yourself with people who push you forward, not those who hold you back. Your environment isn't just physical, it's social, emotional, and mental. Design it with intention. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you create the right conditions for growth. So, is your environment helping you move forward, or is it slowing you down? Your future depends on the space you build around yourself.
You might feel like you've reached your limit, like you've given everything you had, but nothing is changing. You might be tired, discouraged, ready to throw in the towel. But let me tell you something. Your journey doesn't end here. God never leaves things unfinished. If He started something in your life, He will see it through. There were times I thought my story was over. Times when I lost everything. When I had no money, no home, no plan. I thought I had failed for good, but God had other plans. He was just waiting to see if I would trust Him even when I couldn't see a way out. And let me tell you, that's what faith is all about. Trusting when there's no evidence, believing when you have no proof, holding on when everything in you wants to let go. The Bible says, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion." That means if God puts something in your heart, He's not done with you yet. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how long it takes, He is working. And trust me, when His plan unfolds, you'll see why He made you wait. You'll see why certain things had to happen, why certain people had to leave, why certain opportunities didn't work out. So don't give up now. You've come too far to turn back. Keep trusting, keep believing, and keep walking. Because your story isn't over. It's just getting to the best part. So walk.
The secret is consistency. Anyone can be motivated for a day or even a week, but the ones who truly change their lives are those who keep going, even when motivation fades. If you improve just 1% every day, by the end of the year, you won't be 365% better. You'll be 37 times better than when you started. That's the power of small habits, multiplied over time. Consistency beats intensity. But here's the key. Habits must be simple and easy to sustain. If they are too complicated, you won't stick to them. Start small. If you want to read more, start with just 1 page. If you want to exercise, commit to 5 minutes a day. If you want to build a business, spend 30 minutes daily learning and refining your ideas. The hardest part is starting. Once the habit is in place, it will become a natural part of your routine. Think about this. Would you rather improve by 1% every day or stay the same for the next 5 years? Small habits may not seem like much at first, but over time, they separate those who succeed from those who never change. What small habit can you start today? Because in the end, your daily habits define your future. Digital detox, reclaiming your focus. Technology has changed the world, but it has also hijacked our attention. Every day we are bombarded with notifications, messages, and endless streams of content. While technology can be a powerful tool, it can also be the biggest enemy of focus and productivity. The truth is, most people are not in control of their devices. Their devices control them. If you can't go a few minutes without checking your phone, your ability to concentrate is already under attack. When I was building Alibaba, we didn't have smartphones, social media, or constant distractions. We had time to think deeply, work without interruptions, and truly focus on creating something meaningful. Today, many people struggle to do even 30 minutes of deep work without getting distracted. Success requires intense focus, and focus requires discipline. If you are constantly distracted, you are slowing down your own progress. The problem with digital distractions is that they don't just waste time, they reprogram your brain. Every time you check your phone instead of focusing on a task, you train your mind to crave instant gratification. Your attention span gets weaker, and your ability to think deeply declines. Over time, this affects everything: your work, your creativity, and even your relationships. The solution? A digital detox. A digital detox doesn't mean you have to throw away your phone. It means setting boundaries. Try this. Turn off non-essential notifications, set specific times for checking emails and social media, and create no phone zones in your home or workplace. Even small changes, like not using your phone during meals or before bed, can have a huge impact on your focus and mental clarity. The best ideas come when your mind is free, not when it's overloaded with useless information. If you want to succeed, you must take back control of your attention. Are you using technology, or is technology using you? The answer to that question will determine your future. Balancing work and leisure, the key to sustainable success. Most people believe that working harder is the key to success. While hard work is important, working non-stop without balance leads to burnout, poor decisions, and eventually failure. The real secret to long-term success is not just working hard, but working smart, knowing when to push and when to recharge. If you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of your goals. When I was growing Alibaba, there were times when I worked for days without stopping, but over time I realized that the brain needs rest to function at its best. Some of my best ideas didn't come when I was at my desk. They came when I was relaxing, talking to friends, or taking a break. Rest is not wasted time. It is fuel for higher performance. Many people feel guilty about taking breaks, but that's a mistake. Your brain works like a muscle. It needs recovery time. Imagine if an athlete trained 24/7 without rest. Would they get stronger? No. They would break down. The same applies to your mind. If you are always working, you are not performing at your best. Real productivity comes from working at peak performance, not from working endlessly. Balance doesn't mean being lazy. It means knowing when to step back so you can move forward with more power. Schedule breaks into your day. Spend time with family. Do things that bring you joy. The more you enjoy life, the more energy and creativity you will have when it's time to work. The most successful people in the world don't just manage their time, they manage their energy. They know that a well-rested mind is sharper, faster, and more effective. So, the question is, are you working yourself into exhaustion, or are you building a sustainable path to success? 9. Plan but stay flexible. Having a plan is essential, but rigidity is dangerous. Many people fail not because they don't have a plan, but because they refuse to adapt when things change. The world moves fast, and those who succeed are the ones who know how to adjust while still keeping their ultimate goal in mind. The best strategy is to plan with focus, but stay flexible enough to seize new opportunities. When I started Alibaba, our original plan was to be a business directory. But soon we saw a bigger opportunity: to create a global e-commerce platform. If we had stubbornly stuck to our first idea, we would have failed. Success often comes not from following a rigid plan, but from recognizing when a better path appears. Many people think that if they change their plan, it means they have failed. But the truth is, failure is refusing to change when it's necessary. A pilot flying a plane doesn't stick to just one straight path. They adjust course based on weather, fuel, and air traffic. The goal is the same, but the path changes. Life works the same way. Having a plan gives you direction, but being adaptable gives you survival. The most successful entrepreneurs, leaders, and innovators are not those who never change their minds, but those who know when to pivot, when to let go, and when to push forward. If you hold on too tightly to a plan that isn't working, you risk missing out on something even greater. So are you too attached to your original plan, or are you open to adjustments that could lead to even greater success? The ability to balance planning with adaptability is what separates those who survive from those who thrive. Patience, the ultimate key to long-term success. We live in a world that demands instant results. People want success overnight, but real success takes time. The biggest mistake you can make is expecting quick results and getting discouraged when they don't come. Anything truly valuable requires patience, persistence, and long-term effort. When I started Alibaba, it took years before we saw real success. There were times when things moved slowly, when problems seemed endless. But I knew that if we kept improving every day, success would eventually come. Many people fail not because they are not talented, but because they quit too soon. The only guaranteed way to fail is to stop trying. Think about a tree. You plant the seed, but you don't see results immediately. It takes time for roots to grow beneath the surface. But one day, the tree is strong, unshakable. Success works the same way. The early stages feel slow, frustrating, and uncertain. But those who persist will always rise above those who quit. The problem is that most people only see the final success story. They look at billionaires, athletes, and innovators and assume they became successful quickly. What they don't see are the years of struggle, learning, and failure behind that success. If you give up just because things aren't moving fast enough, you are throwing away the future that could have been yours. Patience is not just waiting, it's continuing to work while you wait. Small, consistent progress beats short bursts of motivation every time. The question is, are you willing to keep going even when results don't show immediately? Because in the end, success is not for those who start fast, it's for those who keep moving forward. In a world that never stops moving, most people live in a state of constant distraction. Their minds are filled with thoughts about the past, worries about the future, and endless streams of digital noise. But the secret to true focus and success is learning to be fully present in the moment. Mindfulness is not just a meditation technique, it's a way to train your brain to focus on what truly matters. When I was building Alibaba, there were 1,000 things demanding my attention. But I learned that the key to making the best decisions was to focus on the present moment. Worrying about the past or the future only drains energy. The only thing you can control is what you are doing right now. If you can master your ability to focus on the task in front of you, your productivity, creativity, and clarity will skyrocket. Many people believe that mindfulness is just about sitting in silence, but in reality, it's about training your brain to fully engage in whatever you are doing. Whether you are working on a business, having a conversation, or even eating a meal, being fully present will improve your results in everything. The best leaders, athletes, and innovators don't just work hard, they work with complete focus. The challenge is that our minds are used to constant stimulation. We check our phones, switch between tasks, and let our thoughts wander. But every time you allow your mind to jump around, you weaken your ability to focus deeply. The solution? Start practicing mindfulness in small ways. Try this. When you work, remove all distractions. When you eat, focus only on your food. When you talk to someone, truly listen. The more you train your brain to focus, the more powerful it becomes. Mindfulness is not about slowing down. It's about thinking clearly, acting with purpose, and achieving more in less time. If you learn to be present, you will have an edge over 99% of people who are constantly distracted. So, are you controlling your mind, or is your mind controlling you? By not celebrating small wins, the secret to staying motivated. Most people only celebrate success when they achieve something big. But the truth is, Waiting for a huge achievement to feel proud of yourself is a mistake. Success is not a single moment. It's a series of small victories. And if you don't recognize those small wins, you will lose motivation long before reaching your big goals. When we started Alibaba, there were many days when it felt like we weren't making progress. But I learned to celebrate every step forward, every new customer, every solved problem, every small improvement. Because success is built one brick at a time. If you only focus on how far you have left to go, you will feel exhausted. But if you recognize how far you've already come, you will feel unstoppable. The human brain thrives on progress. When you acknowledge your small wins, you trigger a sense of accomplishment that keeps you moving forward. Think about video games. Players stay motivated because they constantly level up, earn rewards, and see progress. Life works the same way. If you don't recognize your own progress, you will feel stuck, even when you are actually moving forward. One simple habit can change everything. At the end of each day, write down one thing you accomplished. It doesn't matter how small it is. Maybe you completed an important task, learned something new, or made a good decision. By focusing on progress instead of perfection, you build long-term motivation. Small wins lead to big victories. If you only celebrate when you reach the final goal, you will miss the entire journey. But if you recognize every step forward, you will stay motivated, energized, and ready to keep going. Success is not about reaching the destination, it's about enjoying the process. The continuous journey of focus. Focus is not something you achieve once and keep forever. It's a daily practice, a skill that must be renewed every day. Some people think that once they learn to focus, they will always be productive. But the truth is, distractions will always be there, and focus is a muscle that needs to be trained constantly. Over the years, I have seen many talented people start strong, but lose momentum. They allow distractions, doubts, and setbacks to pull them away from their goals. But the most successful people understand that focus is a journey, not a destination. You must wake up every day and choose to focus again. One of the best ways to maintain focus long-term is to keep your goals visible. Write them down, remind yourself why you started, and track your progress. The clearer your goals, the easier it is to stay committed. Distractions lose power when your purpose is stronger than your excuses. Another key to long-term focus is constant learning and adaptation. The world is always changing, and if you are not growing, you are falling behind. Stay curious, keep improving your skills, and don't be afraid to adjust your approach when necessary. Focus is not just about persistence, it's about intelligent persistence. So as you move forward, remember, your ability to stay focused will determine your success. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter, eliminating distractions, and renewing your commitment every single day. The question is, will you keep going when things get tough? Because that's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. And focus is not just a skill, it's the foundation of all success. Those who master it can achieve anything they set their minds to, while those who lack it will always struggle. In this journey, we explored the power of deep focus, the dangers of distractions, the importance of saying no, the role of small habits, and the ability to adapt and persist. But in the end, it all comes down to one thing: your daily choices. Are you training yourself to be focused, or are you letting distractions control your life? Are you taking action on your goals, or are you waiting for the perfect time that will never come? Success is not about luck. It's about consistently choosing to focus on what truly matters. If you've learned something valuable today, don't just listen, apply it. Start small. Pick one habit, one change, one improvement, and most importantly, stay consistent. Because in the end, success is not about how fast you move. It's about how long you can stay on the right path.
Jack Ma has always been known for his bold insights and unconventional wisdom, and this time was no different. In this powerful session, he unveiled 12 golden rules that can completely transform your life in just 30 days. This wasn't just another speech about success. It was a masterclass on focus, discipline, resilience, and long-term success, delivered with his signature blend of humor, wisdom, and raw honesty. One of the biggest takeaways was the idea that focus is the rarest and most powerful skill in today's world. In an era dominated by distractions, Jack Ma made it clear: Those who master deep focus will always be ahead of those who don't. He shared how successful people don't chase every opportunity. They choose one goal and commit to it relentlessly. The difference between success and failure is not intelligence or talent, but the ability to eliminate distractions and direct energy toward what truly matters. But focus alone isn't enough. Jack Ma emphasized the importance of setting clear goals. Without them, focus is wasted. Many people work hard, but without a clear direction, they end up running in circles. The secret is to transform vague dreams into specific, actionable steps. Whether it's in business, career, or personal growth, clarity is the first step toward achievement. Perhaps one of the most striking moments was when he spoke about the power of saying no. Jack Ma believes that every yes to something unimportant is a no to something that truly matters. Successful people don't try to do everything. They protect their time fiercely. If you've been feeling overwhelmed and overcommit, his advice will change the way you manage your priorities forever. And then came the lesson that left the audience in awe: the power of patience and small habits. In a world obsessed with instant success, Jack Ma reminded us that real success is a slow process. Small, consistent actions done every day are the secret to exponential growth. He revealed how the most successful people in history didn't achieve success overnight, but through relentless consistency and daily improvement. But what about distractions? Jack Ma didn't hold back. He exposed the hidden costs of digital addiction and constant interruptions. Most people don't realize that distractions aren't just stealing time, they're stealing their future. If you can't control your attention, you can't control your success. His insights on digital detox and mindfulness provided a roadmap for anyone looking to regain control of their focus and energy. As the session neared its end, Jack Ma left us with a powerful message. Success is not about how fast you move, but about how long you can stay on the right path. Life is a long game, and those who master the art of focus, resilience, and adaptation will always come out on top. Now, the question is, are you ready to apply these 12 golden rules and transform your life in 30 days? Because what you do next will determine everything. Now that you've discovered Jack Ma's 12 golden rules, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let these ideas inspire you for a moment and then fade away? Or will you take action and start transforming your life today? Success isn't about what you know, it's about what you apply. Think about it. Are you focusing on the right things? Or are distractions stealing your potential? Are you setting clear goals? Or just hoping for success without a real plan? Have you been saying yes to everything instead of protecting your time for what truly matters? These are not just questions, they are challenges. And the way you answer them will shape your future. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment. It's time to stop making excuses. Start small, but start today. Whether it's eliminating distractions, setting clear goals, practicing deep focus, or simply saying no to the things that don't serve your future, commit to one change and stick to it. Because real success isn't about one big breakthrough. It's about consistent improvement over time. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 12 rules resonated with you the most? Drop a comment below and let me know what you'll be applying in your life. And if you ever need a reminder of these lessons, come back and watch this video again. Every time you do, you'll pick up something new that will help you move forward. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because if you don't, you might never find it again. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any future insights that could change your life. And if you're serious about improving your focus, success, and productivity, watch the next video, because this journey is just getting started.